If you fuck me, then fuck you. And that's the way I like it. Yeah, that's the way I like it. That's the way.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about me getting caught cheating, or almost got caught cheating. This way back in the day, y'all. I used to be a cheater. I don't know why, but yeah, I used to just be cheating. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. Okay, y'all. So let's take this back, like way, way back, okay? So at this time, I want to say I must have been around 16, okay? I had this one boyfriend. If y'all watched the story time about how I ended up in jail at 2 a.m., that boyfriend that I had at that time. I want to say I had been with him almost a year. At this time, I was with that boyfriend. And when me and that boyfriend first got together, I always used to be with him all the time. Matter of fact, he didn't even want to let me go home. You know how niggas just want you with them all the time? Like, nigga, I'm with you all the time. And then when I'm trying to go home and get some clothes or just go home, you don't want to let me go home, right? It was that type of vibe. Like at the beginning of the relationship, I want to say like for the first 6 months, I pretty much always was with him. I would ride around with him while he out doing his little 1-2. We just was like best friends too. Like, you know, that was my homie. Like, we was in a relationship, but that was like my dog for real. What changed it is he ended up losing his license. I feel like he must have got a DUI or something, and he ended up losing his license. So now he can't drive, and he can't risk driving because he be having stuff on him, okay? He be having illegal stuff on him driving around because that was part of his occupation, okay? So he finds somebody to drive him around. So he paying one of his people to basically be the driver because the person had a license. So now that he's paying that person to drive him around, I don't be with him all the time. I started like hanging out a lot, okay? A lot. So me and this one girl, we was hella close at this time. I need to name her because I had a wild summer with her. Let's name her Akila, okay? So I had this homegirl named Akila. I was 16, she was 25. She had her own apartment, her own car, everything. But we always used to be together, partying and stuff, right? And at this time in San Diego, it was always something to do. Always. Like, you could pull up anywhere and it's a function. So, yeah, it was popping at this time. So we always used to be at her homegirl Maya house. And I want to say Maya was even older, like maybe around 30. And just keep her in mind because she's going to be in another story time. So we always used to pull up over there every day, go chill, you know, smoke with them, hang out. The homies used to come over there, all that. That was like, we always used to hang out over there pretty much every day during the day, right? At night, we used to go function somewhere. So we over there all the time. And then Maya's nephew gets out of jail, okay? I had not met him ever, and so he used to come stop by and chill sometimes, right? So me and him, like, it's so crazy. I don't even know how we end up like talking because I didn't pay him no mind and he didn't pay me no mind. Like, we wasn't really on each other. You know how sometimes you meet somebody and it's like right away? But that's not the vibe it was given. We just was cool. It was nothing. And I don't know, it came out of nowhere, like where we start like a little flirty type thing. And then it evolved, right? But I have a boyfriend, y'all. We start flirting and kind of like messing around a little bit. So that's going on. But I barely be with my boyfriend at this point too, because like I said, he be trapping all night and I be out functioning all the time with my homegirl Akila, right? So me and, what can we name him? Let's name this guy Jay. Me and Jay start flirting or whatever, and it was a cute little vibe or whatever. One day we are at Maya's house, okay? We all functioning, and then we decided, because it was time to leave Maya's house. She got kids and a husband or whatever. So it's time to leave her house, and we like, okay, well, let's go get a room so we could continue functioning, okay? So it's me, Jay, Akila, my other homegirl, and then another homie. So we all go to this room, and we always, like, I want to say a lot of people from our hood used to book at this hotel. They had a hot tub in the room. So like a little suite with a hot tub, basically. So we go there, we functioning, just chilling, you know, not on no freaky stuff. Nothing's going on. Just functioning, just hanging out, chilling, everybody vibing. Cool, right? Akila start play fighting with the homie. They play fighting, she on one. She always want to play fight and be hella rough with the homies. And they not really trying to rough her up, of course, because she's a girl. But she used to get on one. At this time, y'all, Thizzles, I don't know if y'all know any other place, but California, yeah, that was at that time. And I want to say, like, this summer, probably like the first time I had popped one, and probably that whole summer. That whole summer was like that type of vibe, okay? So we all on one, but when she on one, she want to play fight with the homies and be trying to really beat them up, and they gotta be gentle with her, basically. So she play fighting and doing all that, right? So I walked by, Jay was sitting like on the hot tub, on the side of it, and I tipped his hat, and it fell in the hot tub. I did not try, like I wasn't thinking like, let me throw his hat in the hot tub. I just tipped it, I don't know why, and it fell in the hot tub. So he like, why would you do that, right? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like my bad. I wasn't really trying to throw it in the hot tub, like my bad, right? So I want to say like maybe an hour goes by, we just functioning, and I so happen to be sitting on the edge of the hot tub, y'all. So Jay comes over and dumps me in the hot tub. Okay, I fall in the hot tub with my clothes on, everything, right? So I'm mad, going off, because it's like, yeah, I tipped your hat and it fell in, but you're really playing too much, because I fell in. Like, not my head, like I wouldn't drown or nothing, but still, like, all my clothes was wet, okay? All my clothes was wet. So I'm pissed off, going off on him, whatever. So I'm ready to go because my clothes are wet. So we end up letting the homie and the one homegirl stay at the room. Me, Akila, and Jay, we end up leaving or whatever, right? But I want to say we was there, like, it probably was like 3, 4 in the morning. So we go to Akila's house and we go to sleep. Jay had spent the night too. And I want to say like maybe a few hours later, maybe like 7 o'clock, Jay wakes up and he slept through his alarm. He was supposed to go to work. So this was on a weekday, okay? So he gets up and he like, damn, like I slept through my alarm, whoopty whoop. So he leaves out of the house. So me and Akila just up, chilling. And I want to say he was out of the house for about 10 minutes, okay? And then my boyfriend starts calling. And he like, hey, where you at? And I'm like, oh, I'm at Akila's house. And he like, oh, okay. When you going home? So I'm like, I don't know. I'm staying here, right? So, oh, and y'all remember my clothes were wet, right? So once I got to Akila's house, she gave me some of her clothes. She was bigger than me. I was very small at that time. So I got on her big clothes, okay? Just keep that in mind. So I want to say like maybe 10 minutes after I had talked to my boyfriend, he called me back and he like, hey, come outside, right? So y'all, I walk outside with these big old clothes on, and I had to walk down a bit to get out of the gate. As I'm walking out, I see Jay is parked across the street. Me and Akila thought he was gone because he left out the house, let's say about 20 minutes prior, 20 to 30 minutes prior, but he just sitting in his car across the street. My boyfriend is parked on this side of the street. So I look and I'm like, oh my God. So he pulled up and Jay was just sitting here like, oh my God. So I walk to the car, y'all, and my boyfriend is mugging me. He like, he was in here with y'all? He spent the night over here with y'all? And I'm like, no, I don't know what he doing. Like, maybe he about to come in. And he looking like, oh, like, just mugging. And then he like, and what you got on? Where your clothes at? Who clothes you got on? And I'm like, oh, I got Akila clothes on because I don't know what lie I made up. I don't know. I don't think I told him, oh, I got dipped in the hot tub. And that's why I ain't got no clothes. I don't know what I told that boy. But I told him something. I don't know. But he just looking at me like, like, nah, like this seemed fishy, right? Like you coming out with these big ass clothes on. Jay sitting across the street and it's early in the morning, right? So I talked to him for a little bit and he was trying to make me go with him. And I wasn't going with him. Like, no, I'm staying over here. We used to function all night, go to her house, go to sleep, wake up, eat, get dressed, get cute, and do it all again. Like, literally for a whole summer, okay? Damn near. But yeah, like, no, I'm not going with you. Like, nah, I don't even know why you pulled up type vibe, right? So, finally, I convinced him that I'm not going. No, I'm not going in the house to get my stuff. I ain't going with you, right? So I get out the car and he just sitting there. So I walk over to Jay to like pretend as if I'm checking like, oh, what you doing? You about to come in the house? Like, what's going on type vibe. So I walk over to Jay and we do our little handshake or whatever. And my boyfriend is just sitting in the car looking like what's going on, basically. So I talked to Jay for a little bit and then I turn around and I walk in the gate. So in the house and I tell Akila, I'm like, Akila, Jay, it was still sitting out there. My dude pulls up and whoopty whoop. She like, oh wow, like what did he say? Whatever. So technically I didn't get caught. It just looks weird. It looks wrong. And yeah. But he was looking at me like I was crazy. Okay? And I get it. So Jay ends up going to jail. I want to say maybe a few months later. Like me and him just was creeping a few months. And he ended up going to jail, right? So I'm not cheating no more. Cool. And then I end up breaking up with my boyfriend, let's say 6 months after this situation, okay? So, even though I had broke up with my boyfriend, me and him was still cool. I used to be cool with my exes because they didn't really used to ever do nothing wrong to me. He didn't do nothing wrong to me. We didn't hang out as much as we used to, and I just was over it. But he didn't do nothing wrong to me. So even though I broke up with him, we was still cool. Like, so one day, I'm gone. I come in my house, my ex-boyfriend, because we're not together no more. He's in my room. And I walk in my room and he's reading a letter, y'all, from Jay. So I walk in, I'm like, what are you doing in here? And why are you reading my stuff? So I snatch my letter and I'm like, nobody told you to even come in here. My brother probably let him in or something. Like, why are you letting him in here if I'm not here? So I snatched the letter and he like, who is that? That's Jay? That's Jay that wrote this letter? And I'm like, why? Why does it matter? He like, well, y'all fucked with each other or something? And I'm like, no, y'all, I'm not a good liar. So I'm smiling, like trying to keep from laughing. I'm damn near laughing. But I'm like, no, we didn't mess with each other. He like, nah, like that letter seemed like y'all fucked around. So was y'all fucking around back then? Like, remember when I pulled up at Akila house? Y'all was fucking around back then, huh? Y'all was fucking around back then. And I'm like, no, we wasn't. But y'all, I'm hella cheesing. I'm not a good liar. Like, I'm just not. But at the same time, like, me and you not together no more. So it don't matter. But I didn't want to hurt his feelings and tell him, like, yeah, actually we was. And yeah, that letter that you're reading, yeah, you could tell that it was something because it was something. But yeah, y'all, he ended up reading a letter from Jay months and months down the line when we wasn't even together no more. And yeah, he figured it out basically. But I did not admit it because no, like, it don't matter. We ain't together, so it don't matter. But yeah, y'all, that's the story of how I almost got caught cheating. Almost doesn't count. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.